I've been equal parts delighted and horrified by some of my next guest's cult films like Desperate Living, Pink Flamingos, Hairspray, Female Trouble. I believe I've seen every one of his films, sometimes 4 times in a row while taking a bath. I'm honored to have him on the program for the first time, filmmaker and holiday expert John Waters, who is now starring in the one-man show, A John Waters Christmas, which leads one to wonder, what exactly is a John Waters Christmas?
Well, the John Waters Massacre, I call it, and 3D this year, right?
Yep. What's in it?
Well, everything. I talk about fashion, about when you're going home for Christmas, it can be terrible. So it's for people that love Christmas, people that hate it. I tell people, pass out verbal abuse whistles to your family. If anybody says anything bad, just blow the whistle. Eventually, people will laugh.
That's a great
you got to figure a way to get through it.
Yeah. Now, this show is going on right now. It's the 9th performance?
I'm on like 12 or 13 out of 19.
Yeah. And where can people see it?
All over the country. Let me see. I mean, do I have to name all the cities?
No.
Oh, God, certainly in every city that you can. There's 19 cities. Pretty much if it's a major city, I'm coming there.
Now, you recently defended Christmas after some remarks the Pope had made.
Yeah.
Can you explain what happened?
What did he say about Christmas?
I think he always married that stuff to capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
The idea of consumption.
I want Santa Claus to turn the 2 C's of Chanel into Christmas and cash. You know, basically keeps the economy going. I'm not against the commercialism of Christmas because I think it's kind of funny. But you can give people the best presents in the world that cost $0.25. It's how much time you spent. It's not. What
would cost $0.25?
Well, like I collect porn versions of literature, like the Rapes of Wrath, and somebody gave me From Here to Maternity.
Oh, wow.
And that was really a good one, I thought.
That was a good one. You can find those at thrift shops, I imagine.
Yeah.
You can find a lot of things there. Can I ask you, in this current climate, that when you're looking at the way the campuses are and safe spaces, could your movies survive in this era? I mean, how do you...
Yeah, they could. Yeah. Because I do my show at colleges all the time, and nobody gets mad at anything I say anymore because I'm not mean, and I don't know why. I can make racial jokes, I can make sexual jokes, I can make anything, and nobody seems to really get mad anymore because I'm not mean.
And you also have, you do have a bubble of immunity, don't you?
I think I'm weirdly am politically correct, even though I make fun of it completely the whole time.
But I would say that the ultimate rebel these days on campus would have to be a young Republican, right?
Or no, the most rebellious thing you can do is, if you're young, is to not have a phone.
Yes.
Yeah, or to have a landline. That is
I immediately don't trust you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I really think a kid says, I don't have a phone, I don't want one. I think, whoa, a rebel here. This is a great kid.
So I have one more question, because you have a history of, you write about dark characters. You worked in a prison. You taught in a prison. Yeah. In this last month, we've seen a lot of bad things happening, a lot of terror attacks. What does it take to stop what we're seeing?
Oh, God, that's a really complicated question.
Yeah.
I'm for terror as humor. In the old days, Act Up and the Yippies, everything, they used terror to humiliate the enemies by embarrassing them. I'm for that.
Yeah.
My films were terrorism against the tyranny of good taste. But how to stop this, it's tough, because terrorism is the only way to fight if you have no power, and you can never protect yourself. That's why it works. So, but if you stay home, if you change your life, they won, and then you stay home and an airplane crashes into your house. There's no way to get
you never know how it's going to happen.
Yeah, you really don't know.
Yeah, you can slip on a bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to go. On a bathtub.
In a bathtub.
In a bathtub, on a bathtub.
Well, you
knew what I meant.
Slip on a bathtub if you're very large, I guess.
Yes.
Trip on a bathtub.
If you're, ample woman or something.
My favorite kind of woman.
You can't say the word fat anymore, so it's ample.
You can say it.
Yeah.
Plus size. You could say plus size.
I love fat.
All right. Thank you, John. A pleasure. And when you come back, you got to come back for the whole show. We'll talk about all sorts of stuff.
All righty.
Thanks to Anthony Cumia, Julie Rajinsky, Terry Shepard, Majid Nawaz, Joanne Nosuchinsky, and Katherine Timpf. I'm Greg Gutfeld, and I love you, America. I do.